Hey there, Dr. Eric Richards, trying to get your vote on May 24th or early voting May 9th for Board of Education District 5, which is Town Lake area. It's downtown Woodstock and surrounding area. I live in downtown Woodstock, and I would love to not only have your vote, but have your opinions too. So if you have any thoughts about me, including you hate my guts and you think I should die, feel free to share those with me. I have definitely gotten more of those. Identifying conservative, which I am, and the difference between me and progressive. Now, that said, I honestly think I could serve both if you guys on the left side would listen, because I really just want to let you have the opportunity to do what you want to do while we have the opportunity to do what we want to do, and I think there's a way to marry it all together. All right, but that said, today is 7-minute podcast number 3, episode 3. And you'll see the shirt hasn't changed because I'm rolling into my 21st minute of communication now, so I do change clothes occasionally. What I wanted to talk about today, because I do believe that I am the candidate who seems to be talking about this the most, that, as far as I can tell, which is vocational readiness. What? Doctor? You're a doctor. Yes, I am. And guess what else I am? I am an extension faculty of Life University. I'm actually I'm a teacher at Life University. I'm responsible for preparing 4 chiropractic interns every single quarter to go out into the world and make positive impact. And so for those of you who hate me, now you're thinking, oh no, he's ruining people. But for those of you who kind of like what I have to say, just know that I'm encouraging them to also follow along this path. So that said, why? Because I do have a bachelor's in arts, international trade and commerce from the geography department of University of Buffalo. I have a master's degree in exercise physiology at Life University, and I have a doctorate degree, doctorate in chiropractic from Life University as well. Now, the master's degree, just to say, that was I played hockey for them. It was a club team, amazing team though. They recruited their club after I'd played hockey for University of Buffalo, and that was what I got as a scholarship. So would I have not done that if I didn't get it for free? I think I wouldn't have. Nonetheless, I really enjoy the fact that I got it. I've owned some CrossFit gyms in the past, so I've really pursued that health kind of lifestyle stuff. So, all right, that said, why vocational readiness? What are you talking about? I thought you went to school for like 10 years, and I did. I went to college for 10 years. Yes, I like the idea of vocational readiness because I like the idea of being a functional part of society in the capacity that best serves you. And I think a lot of kids head off to college because they're told they should, and then they end up not really doing much. They don't maybe finish college, or they don't end up with a degree that's got any kind of ability to utilize that specifically in the workforce. So I do think that exposing kids to what it looks like to be, a skilled trade, workforce ready, as I would say, I think is really huge. And I think that trickles down to not even just those who aren't going to go to college, because I want the kids who are going to college to be workforce ready as well by their sophomore, junior year, so that they can, depending on their age, they can head into a part-time job or a full-time job in the summer. My daughter, who's 17, and she just turned 17 this past January, last summer she worked an office job. She was a creative designer for a company. And it was something we really encouraged it. We wanted her. She literally got in the car and drove down to the Galleria area every morning. Well, maybe not every morning. I think she worked 3 days, 4 days a week, depending on which week. But and she worked in that office, and and I would go down and go out to lunch with her, and she'd go back to work. And it was great to see that. And I think that kind of thing really, really should happen. So then how do we encourage that? How do I help create that? Well, vote me in. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on creating a vocational trade show for students. And I want to create an ongoing opportunity for these students to also connect with local business owners who have skilled trade businesses. So, we've got a great guy right down here who owns two of the restaurants downtown, who is a commercial mechanical, contractor. He's got a business that puts in HVAC systems into, awesome commercial situations, buildings, and he also owns restaurants. I think he's a great example of, good well-educated, smart guy who owns what could be a path for someone who just wants to go into skilled trades as far as a business. You don't have to own a business. You could work and make tons of money, have tons of freedom, and be way ahead on the economic scale of a kid who goes to school, incurs debt for 4 to 6 years, and then comes out making half of what that skilled trades individual, plumber, electrician, could be making, in that world. I'm in real estate development, so I've worked with a lot of these guys and these girls, and I'll tell you, there's a ton of really sharp, smart people who are huge values to our community, who own these businesses and who work in these businesses. So I want to create that opportunity for kids to actually get connected and see what that looks like. I want to take something from the school that my kids go to. Their school, Fellowship Christian Academy over in Roswell, has something called Winterim, where the juniors and the seniors, the first 2 weeks when they come back to school following winter break, or as I would call it, Christmas break, they have 2 weeks to do internships. And so my daughter's a junior this year. She had 2 incredible internships this year. One, she went and she worked for an architect firm in Washington, D.C. Now that was interesting because D.C. was largely not reopened just this past January. Crazy, I know. So my wife went up with her, and I went up later on in the week for just the last couple days because my daughter's birthday just so happened while she was up there. It really helped her identify that she doesn't want to be an architect. But she saw certain roles in the architecture firm that might be what she was thinking she really wanted to do. Her second internship, she worked for an advertising firm in downtown Atlanta. And there she had a chance to serve numbers of roles in the creative development side, which is kind of what she did with this other job this last summer, as well as some project management levels. We're kind of pulling stuff together to help organize, a team. And it really helped her identify where she thinks she might want to fit. Now her college pursuits have changed because of that, trying to make sure that she goes to school that gives her that flexibility to kind of alter the pursuit that she might have. Now, 2 weeks coming back, to school might be too much, but I would love to start the development of a program like that, at least 1 week where kids, juniors, seniors, would have the ability to go, and maybe not even seniors, maybe just the juniors, but I think there's value in both, to go into that environment of internships and hunting down an opportunity to relate to a profession and see if that's the path that you want to take. I think those are the things that would really, really pay huge dividends quickly, and you give me your vote, I'm going to fight to get those things in. All right, oversight's huge. We'll figure out how to create good oversight. May 24th, I hope you'll vote for me. And if you hate my guts and you want to tell me, please go ahead and share that with me on one of these posts, or you can send me a message. But please don't take it against my family. It's me. All right, thanks. God bless you.